A camera captures moments in time, moments that make up memories and tell stories. For this year's senior class, those moments have led them to here, to their final games in the green and white and last strides across the ice at Munn Arena. The journey to this point has been filled with joy, heartache, laughter, and tears. They've seen teammates come and go, and seasons fly by in the blink of an eye. These moments have formed a bond that this class will take with them forever. Random strangers have now become brothers, and they will all be Spartans for life.
When we first came in, there were 6 of us, myself, Chris, Thomas, Mac, JT, and William. And then Woody and Rhett were redshirted, and then Mac also signed, went to play in the AHL, and then we got Justin Selp from Pennsylvania to come, and so we're kind of a mixed match of group now, but I mean, we're all just great friends anyway.
Walked into Case Hall, got in the room and saw that there was somebody in the other room, but didn't know if he was on the team, so just kind of walked out in the hall, and then I saw him limping around with the USA backpack on. It ended up being Coxie, and that's how I met Joe. And then Thomas and Mac showed up 5 minutes before we had to be there, the deadline.
I think that it was awesome seeing William here. He brings a different element to the class, and especially when he first got here, his English wasn't all that great, so we always had a good laugh with what he was trying to say. And JT's JT. He's a goofball, but deep down, he means well. And Joe, obviously, I played him a lot in Muskegon, and he wasn't the biggest fan of me coming in, to be honest. I don't know if he would have said that or anything, but he didn't like me at first.
I go from all my friends at home to some randoms that I never met, but I think all of them took care of me. We're a group of 6 guys that they're very nice. They helped me with the language barrier, if it was homework or anything like that. So it was a great group that I came in with, and I really appreciate all the time they spent it on helping me and supporting me.
There was a lot of really good dorm times. We kind of always were pranking each other and doing things like that. I remember one time my aunt and uncle came into town, and the other guys had tied a rope around my door to another door across the hall or something, and I couldn't even get the door open to let my aunt and uncle in for a little while. I had to cut the rope and stuff, so we were always doing stuff like that.
It was funny, my first game ever was in on the road in Lake State, and that's where we started this season. It was pretty nerve-wracking. I mean, it was my first college hockey game. I didn't really know what to expect, didn't know what the pace was going to be like, how much stronger guys were and whatnot, so I remember being pretty nervous, pretty anxious.
There are very few moments in my life where you kind of just lose. You don't have any words that can really describe it. And the first time I went out there for an exhibition against a Canadian university, it was just like what I've been working for my whole life is now it's here. I worked my whole life to play Division I college hockey, and to finally be here and finally be 5 minutes from puck drop to start my 4 years is just, like I said, I don't have any words for it. It's just something in your gut, something that you feel that you just really can't explain.
It was an amazing feeling, going from back in Sweden where maybe, first of all, didn't have a big crowd, and going out here and playing in front of the best fans, 5,000–6,000. It's just an incredible experience, which every game just trying to take in and enjoy as much as I can. So it was very special. Everything was new for me, and then to be able to play hockey here too and play in front of all these guys, it was an amazing feeling.
Good move by Haig. He had room to shoot, passes off, scores! Spartans win!
My favorite memory on the ice would probably be beating Michigan at Joe Louis Arena last year.
And we ended up going into overtime against Michigan and winning it. And that kind of runs into my favorite individual memory in hockey here is having a penalty shot in front of 20,000 people that I was able to capitalize on, and then getting another goal later in that game.
In front, Cox all alone, scores!
One of my favorite team wins was at Yost against Michigan. Very hard venue to play in, and we were on a roll. We were fighting for first place in the Big Ten. Jake Hildebrand put on a show. He stole the show, and he put the team on his back. We did what we could in front of him, and obviously the outcome speaks for itself. It was a great game.
My favorite memory on the ice would, again, be putting that green and white on for the first time, and then also on an individual basis, scoring a big goal out in North Dakota and scoring a big goal at Yost here in my senior season.
Maine and Denver, both were, I'd never really been out there, especially not for hockey, so the Maine trip was really cool because we got to do like a lot of other things. Just had lobster, all those sort of things, so that one was fun, and then we played really well that weekend too, which was fun, and that would probably be a good personal memory for me too, because I played pretty well that weekend and kind of got off to a hot start that year.
Northeastern, it was an awesome experience. We did this cool thing with the men's and women's basketball team. We traveled down there with them. I think it was cool for all three teams because, it's something that nobody's, experienced, is seeing, the daily process that each team goes through and just kind of taking it in. Not only with basketball, we went out on the field every year at the beginning of the year. It's awesome for the student athletes to all come together. We make a huge tunnel for the football team to run out on, and it's just the experience of just walking out onto that field and seeing what those players get to play under.
Well, it's always fun to get dinner at Luha's with some of the guys. It's been fun doing the thing like the chop challenge with the cooking and all of that.
It's just a special experience. We're a group, and you spend most of the time together over a whole year. You work really hard, and you're able to travel around and spend a lot of time together. See cities like Minnesota, Detroit, Chicago. I think it's just an incredible experience that all of us are going to remember in the future.
The teams we get to play, the big games on the big stages, that's why you want to come to a school like Michigan State, and playing in 2 outdoor games and just being in that venue and going to Fox Sports Detroit, seeing the behind the scenes, playing on Fox Sports Detroit, it's pretty cool.
You're watching Big Ten hockey on Fox Sports Detroit.
And we took another pretty memorable outdoor game where we played at Soldier Field. And not just playing at Soldier Field, but we walked around downtown Chicago that I haven't really been able to visit and kind of see all the landmarks there. So
I would say best part of playing here would be Saturday home games, and the crowd's good, and you get a big win, and then you get to go out and enjoy it. That's got to be the best part, just a Saturday win at home.
We all got our Letterman jackets. Going through that ceremony was really look back and looking at pictures and seeing us then versus now. William wearing his capris to a formal event.
One of the best memories are waking up with the guys. We have a college game here for football. It's Oregon weekend, and we just hang out. We're doing something special of the day because we're getting so close, and we like to spend time with each other. And I think all of us, we care about each other. It becomes like a family. So whatever you want to do, that you always have someone that is going to be there to do it with you or support you.
I think my favorite experience is just, coming to the rink every day and listening to my teammates and trying to learn from them. Being an older guy, you take a lot of value in things that a lot of younger guys don't. I take the value of just walking down these stairs and looking at the surroundings and coming into this locker room and seeing all the stuff that we have, that, all the equipment that we have, and then sitting in my stall and just merely listening to my teammates talk and argue or have debates. As a young guy, you overlook those things, but when you're older and you're coming to the end of your career, it's something that you really, really, really appreciate.
I think that all those moments like that are the things that I'll remember, all the team dinners and being in the hotel, and all those are the moments where, the hockey part's fun, but everything else is more fun, I would say. So it's being around the guys, all those road trips, things like that are really what makes here special.
Not every player's story goes according to their plan. Whether it's battling injuries, competing for a spot in the lineup, or finding yourself in a new home, there's always hurdles to overcome. Never giving up and competing relentlessly is the only way to ensure that everyone can have their moment in the spotlight.
Recruited as a defenseman, came in, contributed a decent amount my freshman year, played probably like a third of the games about, and then sophomore year, ended up that year having a season-ending injury, tore my ACL, had surgery, came back junior year after just rehabbing all summer and everything. Didn't quite have the year that I wanted, and then ended up having a position change moving forward. It's definitely wearing. I mean, it gets to you. Not playing every day and coming to work Monday through Thursday, and I mean, giving it all on the ice in practice, and then not being able to play on the weekends was tough. I mean, it's definitely not something that everyone would want to go through, and not everyone does go through, but there's always somebody on a team that's doing it. And I mean, just never giving up was my motto. I mean, I knew sooner or later I was going to get an opportunity to play this season, and I really didn't want to go out there and try and do something spectacular, just trying to keep it simple, and I just got rewarded for the last 4 years, really.
Sanford fights his way through a check right in front, Knutson. And Knutson has scored! First career goal, first game of the season.
It has been the best 4 years of my life, regardless of playing time and regardless of, I mean, just the experiences from everything of college hockey. But to get rewarded and being, I mean, it just shows never to give up, and just to always give 100% and on and off the ice, and prepare and be ready for when your name's eventually called.
I am a first-year law student at Michigan State University. Every day I just wake up, go to class, and then come to the rink and try to compete here, and then just go home and read and try to learn as much as I can. Going back to my youth, I've always been a Spartan fan. My bedroom still to this day is painted green and white with a huge Michigan State fathead and a huge Michigan State logo mural painted on my wall. And so when this whole thing came about after my senior year, it was like every day was another dream come true. I think the best way to explain it is the way Connor Wood would explain it, and that would be the rags to riches story of Justin Sellup. He was making jokes about how going from Division III to Division I and the perks that you get. So this year, it's been a testing year. It's hard to come to the rink and compete every day. Knowing that you're playing against your teammates every day who are some of the best, young talent in the country. So the one thing that I try to do is just be the best player I can be in my role, and I think I've done that. I was sitting after pregame skate on my couch reading a criminal law book, and I knew the lineup was coming out soon, and it came out, and I looked down at my phone, and I was like, wow, that's number 20. That's me. Like, I'm playing. I had to give my phone to my roommate, and he's like, yeah, Justin, you're not seeing things. So I called my father, who was on his way down to see my sister at Virginia Tech, and he was about 50 miles from the Virginia Tech campus, and I called him. I said, Dad, I'm playing tonight. He immediately pulled over. He dropped my brother on the side of the road, had my mom pick him up, and he turned around and drove all the way to East Lansing to come see us play. And getting to see him after the game, walking up the stairs and seeing him was one of the greatest moments of my life. Just seeing him, just being like, Dad, we did this, we made this, and it's something I'll never forget.
Time flies by. I mean, I remember coming in here as a freshman and just being like, wow, I got 4 years here. Like, that's gonna be forever away. I got so much time, and then sitting in this stool now, realizing that all those years have gone by this fast, it's unfathomable.
I think it's all kind of hitting us now. We've all said, like, I can't believe we have a couple months left as Michigan State hockey players, and only a few months after that as Michigan State students. So it's definitely hitting us, and it's definitely like, I mean, I'm going to talk to all the guys in my class forever. I mean, we have such a strong bond, but it's definitely going to be different once we walk off this campus for the last time, and it'll be hard to get all of us together again.
It's a lot of responsibility being a student athlete here, and I think I've just learned a lot about life, and I meet a lot of people that I try to learn from, and so no, it's been incredible. I think after these 4 years, when I'm done, I'm going to be a bigger person, both mentally and physically, but I think it's one of the best things I've done.
Hockey
teaches a lot of life lessons. And coming to Michigan State and playing for the Spartans has taught me probably the most lessons I've had throughout my entire hockey career. And that's just to be fearless and be relentless and know yourself. Just be yourself and be grateful for every single day. And going forward, I think I'm just going to keep that mentality of just working hard and just being grateful for what you have.
Coming here has really changed the man I am today. I think, I stepped on campus, I was 18 years old. It's really just kind of made me very understanding of the world around me. We do a great job with community service and everything. I feel like I was pretty all about myself until I came here, I guess. And, once I stepped foot on campus, it helps to show our support in the community, what we can do. Being a student athlete, it's not an easy thing. I really had to work at school. I definitely put in the hours, and I think time management, I learned, huge thing, and to be a student athlete and to be successful in life, not only here at Michigan State, but later on in life. So I think that overall it just, kind of brought all the good elements into my life and just kind of made me the man I am today.
Never thought this day would come so soon, and to take this ice for the last time with this group of guys I couldn't ask for anything more. And to come out onto that rink with the A team and the fans that we get and the support, it's going to be an amazing night.
I think the last time here at Munn is going to be pretty bittersweet. I think there will be a lot of emotions, obviously excited and ready to play the game, but afterwards, I think it'll kind of hit you that, this is the last time that we're going to skate here at Munn.
Having my family here to be able to come over and watch me play the last game at Munn Ice, you're never going to play another game here. It's very, very special, and I think it's something personally and my whole family and hopefully other people are going to remember that it was a special night and a special group that stepped out on the ice that night and had their last game at home. It's going to be great.
This group of guys, I can't tell them, or explain to them enough how much it means to me for them to take me in. I know it's hard, to take in someone for 1 year and consider them your brother, and they all did, and it's something that I'll never forget, and I'm indebted to them. They're my great friends, and going out there in front of my family and friends will be something that you'll never forget.
I'm just gonna have to sit back and take it all in because it's gonna be the last time playing, with the Spartan hat at Michigan State in front of the A team and in front of all the fans who've been so great to me over the 4 years. And it's gonna be hard, but it's 4 great years. I wouldn't take back any of the times with the guys, and not even just with my class, but all the guys who have helped support me throughout the years, and it's gonna be a fun one.
February 25th, 2017, Senior Night.
Making a great night for Spartan hockey, and especially for our seniors tonight.
Right.
All right. So on defense, we're going to start with Gatter and Holly. Right wing is going to be Coxey. Center is going to be Ebbing. Left wing is going to be Haig.
Yeah!